It can be hard to know how to market your business or organization during the coronavirus outbreak, during this uncertain time. And so we've taken the time to come up with some great examples of how organizations are doing a good job of reaching out to their audience and building awareness for their brands. My name is Drew Harden. I'm the president of Blue Compass.
I'm Katrina Reger, the digital marketing manager at Blue Compass.
And we are really excited to show you some of these examples today. You know, some people have asked us, should we do marketing during this time? Is this a good time to pull back our digital marketing efforts? And of course, we've said that no, now is not a good time to pull back on your marketing efforts. During uncertain times like this, more people are online than ever before. And so your online presence is more valuable than it's ever been. And so we want to show you today how you can create content and what type of messaging you can use to be a little more effective when you reach out to your audience. And we believe that during this time, your content should acknowledge the current situation while still providing industry relevant value to your audience. And these are a few different organizations that have been doing that well. Some of them are huge Fortune 500 companies, and some of them are really small family businesses. But these have been inspirational to us and our team, and we're always on the lookout to see good organizations, how they're handling their marketing in a positive, tasteful way during this time, and not being too salesy or pushy or anything like that, but creating a sense of community and being really positive toward their audience, providing value. So Katrina is going to take it away and show us our first example.
So the first example we have is for Krispy Kreme Australia. So our team got a really good kick out of this one. It is all about bringing your milkshake, bringing the boys to the yard. And as they acknowledge social distancing, and they were talking about how you can have a max of 9 boys in the yard. And it was a very funny way to talk about their milkshakes. They're showcasing their product. They're obviously branded the image really well, and then it's coming from their Instagram page. So we thought this was a good one. And then the comment did not say anything about pick one up today. It just said with a distance of 4 square meters between each. And that's the equivalent of 6 feet over there. So we thought that was a really good, fun, lighthearted example where they are showcasing their product, but it was the least salesy example, and it gave our team a laugh.
I like this too because some of our audience has asked us, you know, can I use humor during this time in my messaging? And obviously you have to be sensitive with it. However, this is a good example of bringing humor to the conversation without being distasteful or anything like that.
Absolutely.
Okay. This next example is from Delish, and it's an online recipe and food website, and they did a great job of using this article to give away their expertise, to still stay relevant to their industry, but also to be really relevant with the current situation we're in. And so it's called How to Host a Virtual Dinner Party. And you can see they put a lot of work into this. They made some great graphics. And as we scroll down here, they have some great examples of different things you can do to connect with your family or your friends, different solutions like Skype or Zoom. There's solutions to decorate. And as you go down there farther, there's different ingredients and ideas that you can use. And so we thought this was a fantastic example of still staying relevant to their industry, but clearly addressing the situation and bringing value to its audience.
From Confluence Brewing Company, and our team loved the way they utilized their header images on social. So this is an example from their Facebook page, but no matter what company you are, no matter what product, services that you have, this could be relevant to you guys. People have some sort of question for you, whether it's, are you still open? If your hours have changed, if you need to showcase your phone number so people can get a hold of you. There's so many different questions that people are asking for every type of business. And we thought they did a really good job of making this branded and showcasing exactly the information they wanted. So they have their hours for each day of the week. They showcase that they're doing curbside pickup, and they kept it really branded and really consistent with their other graphics. So we thought this was an excellent use of space that was not normally utilized as well. We get used to seeing team photos, fun imagery of the outside of a building, things like that. but this was very impactful. And while that might not be your normal style for a header image, it really capitalized on the information people want right when they come to the top of your social profile.
So Lozier Heating and Cooling did a good job on their homepage of their website. When you go to that page, very clearly they have stated what has changed with how they operate, what's different about their business, and how their impact might be different than normal. So any potential or current customers that go to their website immediately get a really clear picture of what to expect. And so we felt that this did a great job of communicating clearly, since things might be different during this time.
Absolutely. And we really like that it showcases what they're doing for their employees too. Not just what the customer needs to know, but how are they taking care of their staff? How are they protecting them? And it was a great showcase of not only what their customers can expect, but what their team can expect as well.
Yep.
Our next example is from O2 Sports Recovery. This is an ad one of our team members was served on Facebook, and it was a great example of they're showcasing that they're also donating a portion of their sales. So while this might be a standard ad that was already ready to run in their social content calendar, they started showcasing that during this unprecedented time, we're also donating a portion of our profits. And that made the team member who saw this ad more likely to purchase from them because they felt like they were able to do good while they were getting a product that they wanted as well. And we've seen countless examples like this, but if your team is really working with another local business, or you're doing anything to help other organizations or families or individuals who are in need at this point in time, that messaging performs really well on social media.
So Lemonade is an online insurance provider, and I noticed one of the articles they wrote recently was all about how to stay informed during this uncertain time while not compromising your mental health. Obviously, there's lots of negativity, bad news, and troubling things out there right now. And if you turn on the media, the news, I mean, you just get deluged by it. And so they did a great job here of providing some protection during this troubling time, just like their product does, by helping you protect your mental health through this article, which just gives some great tips on how and when to consume news and information in a positive way.
Another great example we saw was from Guinness. So this is a brand that has an iconic image. It's normally their glass, it's got foam at the top, it's got their branding right in the middle, and then it's that really dark beer inside. And the first time I was looking at this image, I honestly thought there was a glass in it, but it's just the optical illusion. Your eyes are used to seeing that. They did an awesome job with this cream color couch at the top, and then the stay at home is the bottom of the glass. So your eyes can literally picture the standard imagery that goes with it. But this was a really eye-catching way to utilize their normal branding in a slightly different way. And then the messaging here was just about stay at home, stay safe. And the social post that accompanied it had a similar message within it, but they kept their classic branding in a new way.
Really nice to see the cleanliness and simplicity of this imagery, especially as so many things are cluttered and so busy online. This next example is from American Equity, and they did a great job, we thought, of showing support for local organizations. And they wrote a blog article showing you how you can volunteer and support your local community during this time. Obviously, that's a lot harder than it normally is because it's difficult to get out and interact with people. And so this was really a feel-good, but also a very helpful piece for their community, and doing a good job of showing that they're supporting local businesses, local nonprofits during this time. So we enjoyed this piece and thought it was a really good way to show positivity.
Next up, we have a video from Nike. Our team really enjoyed that video from Nike, not just because of how well produced it was, because of the celebrities that were in it, but because it was so relatable. It showed things that we can all do from our own home. It showcased individuals of all different levels and ages doing some sort of exercise or fun activity at home, and it felt very, very relatable to our team. So we really enjoyed that ad from Nike.
So this next example is from Security National Bank, and they did a really good job of tying into relevant news headlines by talking about various coronavirus related scams, which obviously is very relevant to the financial industry, and they have a lot of expertise in that area. And just a really simple way for them to still add value to their audience and their target audience by staying in their industry, but clearly acknowledging something that's going on in the situation right now.
We also have an example from Canva here, and this is showcasing a newsletter that they sent. But for those of you who don't know, Canva is a tool where you can create graphics. They provide imagery, they provide fonts, and they try to make it really easy for people like myself who don't know how to design, don't have a good eye for that, and they give you a lot of templates you can utilize. So Canva sent a message saying they have a lot of COVID-19 related templates. And within those templates, they actually decided to lock down the imagery. So you can upload your brand, you can change the background images, and you can make it your own. But any information that's related to statistics or anything coming from the World Health Organization, you are not allowed to edit because they want to stop the spread of disinformation. And we thought that was a very interesting approach for trying to make sure that anything that their brand stamp is on or that might have a watermark from them is really showcasing truthful, fact-based information. And that was a new approach and something we hadn't seen from them yet. So that was a good example of really making sure your brand is able to take pride in the message you have and that you're spreading the truth and showcasing and supporting a message that people should see.
Shutterfly did a great example in this post that we saw of simply keeping it real. And they, in this instance, are talking about the great deal that they have on calendars, but they begin by saying simply, can't remember what day it is? And so, again, they're acknowledging this situation in a humorous way, but also in a way that makes their product very, very relevant. A really simple, good way of promoting their product in a humorous way that can positively impact people who are interested in their products.
We were wondering to ourselves internally, do you think they already had this message planned, or do you think this was a new one? And it was about 50-50 split on our side, but great messaging right now.
Yeah. And to me, it looks like they maybe even already had this written months ago, but just added that first sentence onto it, which worked well.
Absolutely. Next up, we have a video from hotels.com with Captain Obvious in it. Our team enjoyed this example because hotels.com, the travel industry, they're going to be very impacted by this. And instead of trying to push a sale, push a future trip for once this is over, they're genuinely just trying to keep people safe, keep people healthy, and saying just stay home. So that was something very different, a different approach that they took. And we appreciated how honest it was. And the commercial clearly did its job. Our team was talking about it when it came out. We had a few conversations about it during team meetings, and it's just building really good brand awareness right now. And we all had a better sense of them in our mind, and they built that positive brand reputation that they were going for. So we thought that was a great example to share with people.
Yeah, and it is interesting to see a brand like this essentially have an ad that tells people to do the exact opposite as most of their ads do. But that makes it memorable and impactful for people, probably in a very positive way. Igor Technologies is a power over Ethernet company, and this is a social post that we noticed from them. And they did a good job of just being upright and frank with their audience and basically telling them what the situation was. But they also asked their audience to share their thoughts and feelings about what they could do to help and what they should do in regards to some of their brands and responding to the crisis. And they said, hey, respond to this post. We want to hear from you. And they gave an email address right in the post as well. And they promised that they would read every suggestion. So just a good example of being very communicative and not just telling people what's going on, but saying, hey, we're listening, tell us what's up, to their audience. So we were impressed with it.
People want to feel like they listen. This created a great sense of community and was an exciting and refreshing way to see them using their social media.
Yep.
Next up, we have Long Island Health Collaborative. They put together a one-stop shop for at-home fitness, wellness, and really put together quite an extensive content piece here to help you stay active both physically and mentally. And this example did a great job of pivoting messaging and utilizing good SEO. And at Blue Compass, you know, we love SEO. We're an SEO first company when we do talk about digital marketing. And we really enjoyed the headings they used. You could tell that this messaging was very customized to what people were looking for right now. So it's all about virtual fitness. Where can you find online classes? What type of fitness can I do at home? Limited weight and things like that. So it did a great job of showcasing how to use like your chair at home and things that everybody has, and was a good spin on their messaging. Normally they're talking about getting outside, interacting with others. And so they were able to take that approach and change it to indoors and what you need to do to focus on staying healthy right now.
East Village Foot and Ankle shared this social post, and it was pretty simple overall in their approach and message here, but we thought they just did a good job of sharing tips that, again, was very relevant to their audience during this time. And they're talking about how to handle outdoor walks and practicing social distancing, getting fresh air, etc. We really liked this approach. Again, very simple and not dissimilar from their current or their usual messaging that they're doing, but very relevant during this time.
Even the simple thing of adding their phone number to the social post and just making it really easy for someone to connect with either of their offices was a different spin. Our last example is from Superstorm Restoration. They are a roof repair company, and normally they do a lot of face-to-face interactions. You're talking to one of their sales representatives, one of their project managers, and they come to your door, they're knocking, and they want to tell you about the company and what they can do for you and your home, and how they work with your insurance company to get roofs repaired and replaced. And they did a great job in this video showcasing what's going on, how they're able to do this contact-free, and why you shouldn't be worried if one of their team members was coming to your door. So this video is going to show us their process and how they're handling this messaging. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you spending the time watching this video with us and learning about these examples that our team really enjoyed. And we would love to hear from you. So we have the email up on our screen, info@bluecompass.com. One of our team members is checking that on a regular basis. We want to hear from you. We want to hear, what are you wondering about right now? What kind of questions do you have? And our team would love to connect with you as we all go through this social distance time and this unprecedented time that we're living in. So we would love to connect with you via info@bluecompass.com.